It's been almost a decade since our next guest released an album after a tragic shooting 2 years ago. Many worried he'd never sing again. Take a look.
The classic song Walking in Memphis propelled Marc Cohn to the Best New Artist Grammy in 1991. But after a 2005 concert in Denver, tragedy struck.
And singer Marc Cohn, known for his 1991 hit Walking in Memphis, is recovering after being shot in the head in an attempted carjacking in Denver.
The guy was trying to get our car, to make a pretty long story short. And he didn't succeed in getting our car, but he did succeed in shooting me in the head.
After a complete recovery, Marc is back with his first new CD in almost 10 years, Join the Parade, which is inspired by both his shooting and the destruction and eventual rebuilding of New Orleans.
That's something that there are so many details of the story. I remember hearing it when it happened. What do you remember about that night? 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, 2 years ago. I remember everything. I never lost consciousness, which was the scariest part, really, because some of it you don't really want to remember. But
yeah.
We were coming back to our hotel after a concert in Denver, me and the band. I remember noticing that somebody was running in a very scared sort of fashion to the left of our van, running away from something. And I just said to everybody, I wonder who that guy's running away from. And, you know, nobody answered. And then a few seconds later, I found out who that guy was running from. A figure appeared in front of our van, and I was the only one, I think, who noticed that a gun then, so he raised a gun and pointed it through the windshield. And I yelled, duck, to everybody. And I ducked this way, and apparently the bullet came through the windshield and hit me right here as I was ducking.
Right here.
Right here. There's a little tiny
Yeah, you can hardly see
scar.
anything.
Yeah. And I didn't even know I'd been shot until about 30 seconds later, because Shane Fontaine, my guitar player behind me, thought that our driver had been shot. He's from L.A., so he knew about carjackings. He thought he wanted the car.
Right.
And so I was trying to grab the steering wheel, even though I was the one with the bullet in my head, because I thought the car might be going out of control. But then I sensed there was blood on my face, and they sort of stopped the car, brought me to the curb, and an hour and a half later I found out that I was going to be okay. But that entire hour and a half, I kept wondering, is this my last second here? Is this my last second? It was really a frightening. And I have to say that the one good part about this, besides the fact that I ultimately ended up writing again, was that I went to a therapist for the first time knowing exactly what was wrong. You know,
Right.
I've been shot.
Yeah.
Help me.
Yeah.
There was nothing mysterious about it.
Nothing like maybe my childhood, I don't
No.
know. And then 3 weeks later, Katrina happens, which is devastating for everyone, and especially as an artist, someone who you're witnessing that. And now, did that help you write, or was that more of blockage?
No, it was just the opposite. I hadn't written a song I liked in about 2 years. And something about being in the fragile space I was in personally, and then seeing this horrifying footage of New Orleans as an American and as a musician, for reasons I really can't articulate, songs just started coming, and they didn't stop for a month. I wrote 10 or 11 new songs, and about half of them are on this new record.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth Vargas, ABC News anchor Elizabeth Vargas is your wife, and she must have been a huge help to you through this entire thing as well.
She was fantastic, and I'm really so just thrilled to be married to her, obviously, but also part of what this story is that I watched Elizabeth reporting from there, too.
Yeah.
So, you know, there was just something that was, everything was so close to home that ultimately, I guess, it was just emotional enough to want me to write it, to force me to write it.
Right. Well, we're happy about it.
Thank you.
And you can log on to our website to purchase a copy of Marc's new CD, Join the Parade. Marc is going to perform for us when we come back. Don't go away.